on Roadkill. We're shutting down drag strips everywhere we go with the 440 Dart and a lot of really weird tire smoke. Woo!
Check us out. We are at the Dragstrip Garage, Rusty Acres in Tennessee. More on that later, but more importantly, you've never seen my 68 440 Dart.
I have not, and I like it. I love the hood scoop.
It's pretty great.
And this is the car, at least I think according to Instagram, that you've virtually restored.
Virtually.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait till you see under the hood. It's really impressive. This car has a great story. So it begins on episodes of Roadkill Garage, where me and Steve Dulcich were actually working on the Crusher Impala. We had dyno tested it, and we were doing burnouts everywhere out in the desert in this car, having a great time. We pull over at the side of the road for the crew to adjust GoPros and stuff, and this guy runs up to my window, and he's like, dude, I've got a bunch of dirt acres just a mile away from here, and I've got a 440 Dart that I'll let you guys thrash on. So we go over to this guy's house. Sure enough, he's got a whole bunch of dirt. Sure enough, I throw a bunch of donuts in the Crusher Impala, and then I blow a tire. And so he breaks out the 440 Dart. This guy, Dusty, and I are out in the field just spinning Brodies in the thing. And in the middle of it, I go, dude, you have to sell me this car. And he was like, I'm not so sure, this, that, and the other. So weeks later, I actually talk him out of it. The reason I had to own this car is it reminds me so much of the Cheap Thrills Dart that I built at Hot Rod Magazine in 1994 and 1995. A lot of people remember it because it was the car that had the hose clamps for transmission mount. It was so roadkill, like a full decade before roadkill. And this is the same car. It's loaded what I suspect is a motorhome 440, 727 automatic. It's got a B-body 8 3/4 in the back. It's got 456 gears. It's just a fun car. But when Steve and I dragged it home, you would pop the hood and you would see this hideous teal and white paint job. So Steve and I pulled the engine out, detailed the whole thing, painted the engine compartment, put it back in, but it is still a turd motorhome 440. Here's my whole plan. We're here somewhere in the middle of Tennessee. I've got 2 drag strips I'm dying to go to, one of which is Memphis International Raceway. The track means a lot to me. Unfortunately, they're gonna close down. I wanna make my last pass. And after that epic drag strip I know you're gonna love, it's the most podunk hillbilly track you've ever seen, George Ray's Wildcat drag strip in Paragould, Arkansas.
I'm pretty sure that's on a farm.
Yeah, it is. I think it's a rutabaga farm.
I want to go.
And so that's our whole purpose here, and I'm sure we can get into some mischief and burnouts along the way, but there's a little wrenching to do to the car. It's got 456 gears in it, and we're gonna be on the highway, and I think we should throw some 323s in it that I mooched off of Derek from Dragstrip.
That's hopefully not an open diff.
Probably is, but he has a welder.
Oh, Lincoln Locker.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go over to the shop. Ooh, it's bumpy over here. I don't want to kill my oil pan first thing. Ooh, think Derek needs us to mow the lawn?
His backyard is very smooth.
I think it is.
The grass will grow back in a week, don't worry. Right around the Christmas trees.
It died. No, it lives. No, it died. No, it lives.
Maybe we're running out of gas.
This thing revs pretty good for a motorhome motor.
Yeah. Okay. I may have plowed your field a little bit.
That's all right. I thought I heard some motorhome goodness out there. How's it going?
What's up, Derek? Good to see you.
Good. Welcome to Tennessee.
So Derek here is, of course, from Dragstrip Garage on YouTube, but you also have a new Motor Trend show. It's Roadworthy Rescues.
Yep.
Rescuing cars out of yards.
Yep. Doing what I like to do, just pulling things out of tree rows and making them run.
Cool, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, you got some work to do, I hear, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna mooch that set of gears off of you. I think that's the first one we should do is, it's got 456s in it.
Oh.
So I wanted to install your 323s and it needs posi or locker or welder.
Lincoln locker?
And it's overheating, so we might have to deal with that, and none of the lights work.
Oh, okay. Digical's not my favorite, but we'll make something work.
Yeah, that diff is open. Do you mind welding it up while Derek and I pull this chunk out?
Make sparks? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get her up.
68 Dart is the best. This thing is unbelievably rust-free on the underside. I'm pretty happy with it. And it's gonna get rust-proofed a little bit more because I found a massive oil leak. I'm pretty sure that valve cover gasket has given up. And I wanted to change the header gasket, but you wouldn't believe how tight the header is up in there, so I don't think that's happening. The 440 in the A-body is a tight fit.
Outside of Derek's shop, this is the new center section that's going in our Mopar rear end. Freiburger says it allegedly has 323 gears, which will be way more highway friendly than the 456s that are in the car now. I also know that it is an open differential, which means that the left and the right wheel are not directly coupled to the input shaft. When this turns, if one wheel loses traction, somehow by witchcraft inside of this, all the power goes to the wheel that's spinning and the other one never actually does a burnout. And that's a one-wheel peel, it's a one-legger, it's one stripe down the highway, it's no good. So what we're gonna do is clean this and then go in there with a MIG welder and weld the spider gears in the center together so that all of this is a locked unit, so that when we step on the gas pedal, the trans moves, and the drive shaft spins, the ring gear and the pinion are connected, the wheels are connected, everything happens at the same time, and both tires spin when we want them to.
So the process is going to be remove the wheels and tires, remove the brake drums so that we can pull the axles out, and at that point we can go underneath, remove the drive shaft, remove all of the nuts that are holding the center section in, crack it loose with some sort of implement of destruction, let all of the gear oil go all over Derek's floor, crack it out, and then replace it with the one that Mike is welding up solid so that we've got two-wheel peel. Here's the thing about this. The rear end is out of a B-body, like a Charger or Roadrunner, and it's too wide for the Dart. And so it requires this Jeep Cherokee rear wheel that has more back spacing, but I'm getting the hint that maybe that center hole is a little bit small for the index on the axle. Oh, there you go. But that's why we've got Derek Bieri, the man, the myth, the legend.
So do we Dremel these out or just keep ignoring it?
It looks fine from here.
10-4.
When the drum is welded to the index like that, here's the Freiburger trick. Gotta be a ball peen though.
Yeah, I see it moving.
There you go.
I'll be. Look at that.
Ta-da!
That was actually stuck on there too.
And you did not think this would be educational, did you? That one's gonna be a little trickier. There we go. And spring parts and parking brake adjuster parts everywhere. All right, I'll pull the axles out of this thing. I've got goop already. You got that part?
Yep.
Yep. Is it out enough? Notice how Derek and I know how to work together without ever having worked together. I knew I could trick him into doing all the work. There we go. That is some black gear oil.
It is, and it smells delicious. Nope, it's really bad. Well, I doubt it's ever been changed, right?
You would think whoever put this rear end in the car, because it's not original, would have maybe done that, or whoever put the 456 gear in it. You good?
Bye-bye.
That's a little chewed up, isn't it? See where the pinion gear has been eaten on the carrier right here?
Oh yeah, it's metal soup.
All right, well, we won't be putting this back in for the drag races. This is not a 456, it's a 391. When I first got the car, it was revving so high on the freeway, we calculated the math and thought it was a 456. It's actually a 391, but the converter slippage was so radical that it seemed like it was a lower gear because the converter was letting the engine rev.
Well, it has been liberally cleaned. I have also coated the ring gear in anti-splatter gel, which is something you usually would stick in the end of your MIG gun nozzle to keep the weld from sticking to it. In this case, I don't want any of the MIG weld, sparks, or slag to end up on the ring gear, because that's one gear we're not trying to weld here. We're just trying to weld the spider gears directly to the right of the ring gear.
When I took the drum brakes apart on the back of the Dart, there was a couple of the springs that hold the shoes together that were completely broken in half. And I said to Derek, hey, I noticed you got a couple dusters out in the rusty acres here. And so we're gonna take apart whichever one runs best. 75 is what these are?
Yeah.
You want
one
this
starts on fire randomly, so let's do this one.
There you go. Okay. Oh, too easy. Ta-da. Great.
All right.
And that's what friends are for. All right, when I buy this from you in like 3 years, I'll forget that that happened.
Yeah. Something wrong with the brakes.
Goop. Goop. I'm not doing a very pro job right here. All right, slam her in.
So see, now when I turn this round thing is connected to that round thing, and that round thing, and then this round thing and this round thing are all gonna spin at the same time. Look at that. That means 2 tire tracks.
Thank you, guys.
Couldn't have done it without you.
The movie sound effects were a nice touch. I liked it.
The Mopar 8 3/4 rear end's a little bit different than a typical muscle car rear end because you have to set the axle, bearing, end play. Think of when you put together a front disc or drum brake setup. You know how you have 2 tapered roller bearings and you have to tighten the big nut just to get the preload just right? You're doing the same thing here. It's got a tapered roller bearing on the axle and there's an adjuster behind here that you're gonna see me adjusting with the screwdriver and a hammer because you wanna get rid of that and just seat those bearings. This rear end happens to be missing the little clip that retains the setting, but let me see if I can fix it. There we go. Done. We're done with the rear end project and the brakes, and now we're moving on to trying to make at least the tail lights work, if not the headlights too.
Oh, they're just dirty.
I hope so.
Dust all over them.
Well, that and the brake light switch is disconnected.
We're almost ready to go. Rear end is back together. Brakes are back together. There's a drive shaft in the car. However, there are no functioning lights anywhere. Not headlights, not taillights, nothing. Knowing us, we're gonna end up driving in the dark tonight. Rather than go right to duct taping flashlights to the nose of the car, we're gonna try to make the lights work.
So we got no power to there, so that probably means the fusible link is gone. Already we know that there's no power coming in here to the fuse block, and so these guys are under the hood checking the fusible link to see if that's the problem.
There's not a lick of wiring in the nose of the car.
Nothing.
Well, I know where to find one.
I do know where to find one. All right, we're gonna go scab more parts off of Derek's Duster. This time, the whole front engine wiring harness.
Poor Derek thought we were only gonna be here one day.
We were troubleshooting the wiring on the Dart right up to the point where we realized there was no wiring from the firewall forward. And so we're gonna scavenge it off this car, which should be essentially the same thing. Derek says this one did in fact have an electrical fire, so it's the perfect donor. Oh, it's already unplugged.
See?
Yeah.
Telling ya. We just start ripping. Don't need that where we're going. Should we bring these with?
Sure. If you're in a donating mood, I'm in a receiving mood.
All right.
This will fix it right up.
No chance.
This is the wiring harness out of the Duster, and we're gonna give it a little hedge trimming, get rid of a lot of the stuff we don't need. We're going by memory, online wiring diagram, and dead reckoning. Like, That car had electronic ignition. We don't need that. We do need the whole headlight wiring harness. We kind of want the charging voltage regulator wiring harness. All right, let's plug it in.
So that would be your side, right? Alternator-ish.
Yep.
This would kind of come this way.
Whoever restored the engine compartment forgot to put all the wiring back in here. I don't see a single ground cable, charge wire, nothing. It's impressive that it even ran.
This fender is all pushed in, so is the bumper and everything, and once I got this off, I couldn't get back on. So Derek broke out a slide hammer and a piece of wood, and we just body worked it. Ah,
Oh, look at that.
like a glove. Perfect.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, look at that.
This is the moment. We've got either success or fire. Mike's hooking up all the power. Got like 4 different power wires now hanging off everything.
Ready?
You ready to,
All the candle powers, please.
yeah, headlights?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about brights? Yes.
Wow.
Both of them?
Yes.
No smoke either. How about taillights?
Taillights.
Oh, you got a side marker back here, bro.
Here's a side marker. It's the O-Dart. So is this running lights?
Yeah.
You're blinking the right.
Blinking left?
Now you're blinking the left.
Okay, still no brakes, right?
Oh, there's no power going to the brake light switch. Remember the switch is disconnected?
That's an easy fix.
Yeah.
Okay.
The used wiring harness worked. We have headlights, we have tail lights. We don't have brake lights yet, but Derek's about to fix that. Our last big conundrum is firing it up to see if the charging system works. And if so, then I have to guilt Derek into giving me a few parts like an electric fan for the road, and we're out of here. It's working. I mean, it's 12 and a half, but it went up from 12.18.
It's working.
It's working the right direction. Derek, we're out of your hair.
We're on a road trip. All right.
Notice that the hood pins are the ends of bungee cords. All right, thanks again.
Yep, you're welcome.
See ya.
See you guys.
Think we'll make it past the end of the driveway?
I hope so. That's where the warranty stops.
I helped the exhaust leak a little bit,
Yeah, that's not as bad as it was.
and we did it.
Out the door.
Oh, this is a welded rear end. I can tell.
Yeah, it's like race car stuff.
Uh-huh. Yeah, full race, 323 gears, welded.
Chirping around every corner in a parking lot.
Yeah.
I like the noise. I do. I gotta be honest.
It would have been too embarrassing to have a one-legger for all the burnouts I'm gonna do. Oh, we didn't put air in the left front tire.
You're like, we don't have enough air in this tire.
Wow, this thing's fuming me out.
It is stinkier now. I think that's the fuel leak, though.
Maybe. Yeah, it might just be vaporizing all the fuel. It's cruising pretty well.
The Dart's good.
At least in the evening temperatures, it cooled down too. It's running a little above 190.
It's a lot of fumes.
Pretty fumy.
Yeah. Going full on happy dog mode. Hit
Yeah.
on the window. Ah, yeah, that's better. Much better. I don't know if that's exhaust. I think that's the gasoline.
You're right, that's raw gas.
Yeah, I smell fuel.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I got the perfect position of the hand.
Do the hand scoop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucking the fresh air into my nostrils. Straight to the gills.
The air-fuel ratio on this thing right now is 1-to-1.
That's aggressive.
All right, we're calling it a night. We're gonna have to fix some stuff on this first thing in the morning. It's undrivably bad.
I can't see.
I know, I just gotta get out of this thing. Don't care. Ah, bail out.
Holy cow.
Man, we've had it bad, and this was the worst. Good morning from steamy Nashville. The drive last night was excellent. except for the parts that were intolerable.
Yeah, all 34 miles of that drive was pretty much the worst I've had in a decade.
Yeah, our eyes were bleeding from the gas fumes and exhaust fumes inside the car. So we got to deal with that and overheating and no fuel filter. Valve cover gaskets are all leaky.
Yeah, oddly enough, the engine compartment restoration didn't include any of the things that make the car work, like wiring and a fuel filter. I don't know. It's weird.
It looked great, though.
It looks amazing. It just works like crap.
We already found out that our radiator cap was junk, so we're going to slam another one of those on. Hopefully that solves the cooling problem. If it doesn't, we'll put on an electric fan later on. I really would like to figure out how to fix the fuel leak at the gas tank, because I think it was actual raw gasoline vapor in the car yesterday.
So I'll take this off, tape around the neck as best I can, put this back on, put a hose through it, tape this whole thing, and maybe that'll help.
Maybe. Mike moved on to the noxious fume abatement program back at the trunk, and I'm gonna start off here with the fuel filter. I'm trying desperately not to ruin this expertly built hardline that Steve Dulcich on Roadkill Garage assembled for me. I think I can get the filter down at the bottom, in between the fuel delivery pipe and the fuel pump itself. Right now the hose is only about that long, and so I'm gonna have to put a big whoop-de-doo in it, but it's better than hacking that brilliance right there.
We're going to tape up the fuel filler. We're going to add the vent hose to the fuel filler that's completely missing and pointed into the trunk. We're then going to tape up all the holes in the trunk and probably tape the trunk lid to the car because it's missing the seal around the trunk. And what happens is the exhaust that's dumping out back here ends up doing one of these deals and going right back into the car, suffocating us.
All right, I already made a fuel leak. See if I can get this done quickly enough to avert total disaster.
Note that I'm only using the really sticky stuff on the floor, not the outside of the vehicle, because this would take what's left of this paint job right off this car.
This is unfun right now. There's the gusher. This is why I disconnected the battery, so I don't arc across the back of the alternator with a tool and set myself ablaze. I'm gonna check the valve cover gasket here. Both valve covers are leaking hideously. The problem is these stamped steel covers, I can almost never get them to work, especially, look at that junk. Oh, that's why, this is the hard type of gasket. This type of stamped steel valve cover typically doesn't work very well on these heads because there's no machined rail for the gasket. It's just cast on the stock head. And this is all trash. The new gasket here is cork, which is softer than those ones that came off. It's more appropriate for the stamped steel valve cover, and they've got these little tabs that'll lock it in. So this stands a better chance of not leaking. Not a 0% chance, but it has maybe 10% better chance.
So in a normal car, this would be a problem. I'm just taping up the largest cargo area of the whole vehicle, but this is a 68 Dodge Dart. It's got all kinds of room behind the front seats for tools and luggage and everything else. So pretty much, because we're not hauling dead bodies in the trunk, this is an okay move to make. Except for the part where Freiburger gets mad that I taped on the patina.
That's gonna be more better. We'll find out on the road, right?
Ah, I feel good. We put way too much effort in it. Ready for the final mod? Going to eradicate all traces of exhaust and fuel with black ice.
Black ice. Yeah, I don't think that covers petroleum smell.
Oh, yeah, it does. You combo the black ice with the vanilla.
Oh, that's right. That was a good one.
You went full-on Steve Dulcich. No warm-up or nothing, just wah!
It's a motorhome 440. What could go wrong?
I'm not suffocating at the moment. It sounds great.
At higher speeds is when it was worse.
Yes, that's the test, the highway.
I'm not dying yet.
Not yet. I smell a little bit of exhaust.
But that's normal.
It's not as bad as it was, though.
I think our new radiator cap's working.
I do, too.
It's at like 180 degrees right now.
radiator, the tape, the black ice, it's all working. We're gonna make it to Memphis today. I just threw that out there.
Ooh, we might drag race.
Maybe.
Well, it's been an interesting couple of hours. First off, we ran out of gas, which was expected, but man, that was a hairy freeway. Those semi-trucks were close. But we filled it up with, by the way, an excellent gas can. So then it started to rain here really badly. So we took our opportunity to stop here at Texas Tire because we'd been carrying a set of tires that Derek gave to us, and I know it really let him down if we didn't break them in properly.
Yeah,
So
you gotta
that's-
warm them up
yeah.
before you get back on the open road.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what's gonna happen right now. Ready?
Do your worst.
I hope this works.
It's working. They're yellow. They're bright yellow.
Yes!
They work.
Yellow tire smoke. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, that was fun. Yep, Derek gave us yellow tires. He always goes with the blue and the red. Apparently he gets these things from Australia.
Yeah, the smoke looked like lemonade.
Lemonade. Lemonade flavor. Remind me not to spin it out with the locked rear end in the rain.
Okay.
All right, we're headed to Memphis International Raceway.
It is only 78 miles.
What does your weather app say about rain in Millington?
It is thunder, lightning, and raining there right now. A 90% chance of still raining at 4 and 5.
Oh, that's not good.
But after that, no.
I want to go there anyway because the next time I'm able to get to Memphis, that track is going to be a warehouse.
Yeah.
Gone.
Like you said, we should just go. One way or another, I'd like to see it once more.
Yep. The Dart might be my best currently running highway cruising muscle car.
It's pretty darn good.
Not that many people get to drive around with a 68 Hurst Hemi Dart hood scoop. This time on Roadkill, we spend like an hour and a half out of gas at the side of the road. So I asked my Instagram followers to decide what's cooler, O-Dart or El Darto. El Darto wins by 82%.
Those people love tacos, too.
The 1968 side marker light looks like an O. So on one side, it's O-Dart. And on the other side, it's Darto. El Darto. Not quite the same.
Put your foot to the floor.
Oh my God!
Shift 9 times. There's a new Fast and the Furious movie coming out.
Yep. Oh wait, Mason's here with our gasoline. Here we go.
Ooh, all right. It's like 19 miles.
Yeah.
Stuck 5 gallons in.
Right, we're out of here. We're gonna go find out that the drag strip's closed. I did use up all our pump shot.
There we go.
And that might be it.
Let's ride.
Not much smoke, it's too rainy.
Oh man, the locked rear end in the moisture's unsettling.
Yeah.
I see it.
This place had a circle track, a drag strip, and a road race course. All gone. The first time I ever announced a drag race was here. Well, here's the skinny on this place. Fortunately, we were able to get a hold of a groundskeeper here, and they were gonna have a test and tune tonight. It rained out, but they've let us come in and check it out, so.
This was one of the nicer tracks I've been to, too. It's a bummer.
Just so much history. Let me go look around for the last time. We made it to Memphis International Raceway, which is this drag strip, and there's also a circle track and a big road race track here. We didn't make it for the test and tune tonight that was canceled. I really wanted to make my last pass here, but I'm really happy that we made it at all, and it's so cool that they let us in here just to look around. This track has just meant so much to my career. I was on staff at Hot Rod Magazine in 1992 when we held the very first Hot Rod Fastest Streetcar Shootout here. And that's the event that kicked off the whole street legal drag racing scene. I started the Pump Gas Drags here in 2003, and Hot Rod Drag Week and Power Tour have been here multiple times. This is where I announced my very first drag race, and on Roadkill, we raced the road course here during one lap of America. It's not definite that the drag strip here is going to close, but it is not looking good. And it's very sad to me that this is probably my last time at the track. Let's do burnouts.
This is quite a water box.
Yeah, it is. Anymore. How about you? I totally can't see you.
That's because I'm not here.
Woo!
You're not on fire, though. Don't worry.
Woo! Look at that.
You just achieved full-on Cheech and Chong mode.
That is awesome.
Brilliant. This is a good demonstration of why we're suffocating while we drive.
Oh, that was fun. But now we're going to drive all the way down for the last time. Well, I hope to cross this finish line at wide open throttle, but I'll take it. This has been awesome.
You did win. The other guy didn't show up.
You know, the road course here was where we first started having the fastest streetcar cars drive a so-called street test. We made them do 30 miles in laps, and a bunch of them overheated and couldn't start again. We're out.
Wow.
We did the drag strip, we did the road course, and the final element here at Memphis International Raceway is the 3/4 mile paved and banked oval track. It's been closed for a while, but it's still here, and Finnegan's gonna drive the 440 Dart for the first time.
I can't believe we're getting to drive around this track right now.
I can't believe I've never been in this track and all the times I've been to the drag strip.
This is pretty spunky for a motorhome engine. This is cool. Imagine 6,000 people sitting in these stands.
And going 180 right here, or whatever they do.
Wow. Yeah, that's gnarly. Bye-bye, Memphis. Whee!
Man, Beale Street right here in Memphis, the home of the blues. We had a fun time here last night. Some of the crew had a more fun time than others. And this morning we ate breakfast at the historic Arcade Cafe. And now we're doing what?
Another drag strip that probably isn't open.
This one we know isn't open. So we're gonna head out to that. And then tonight we'll be at George Ray's drag strip for the test and tune.
All right, let's go.
So what we're looking for is Lakeland Dragway.
Lakeland.
Yep,
Why have I heard that name before?
I'll let you know.
This isn't the one from Two-Lane Blacktop.
Yes, it is.
Oh, no way.
Yes, this is the very last scene of Two-Lane Blacktop.
Oh.
I was gonna break that news to you, but you figured it out.
Wow.
Yeah.
When did it close?
1979.
So after the movie came out, but not by much, right?
When did the movie come out?
I don't remember. It was in the 70s, though.
Yeah, 72, something like that.
Wow.
This is it.
This is it, right?
I'm so proud of you that you knew. Let's have a look.
Wow. This is cool. Nice surprise, Freiburger. Thank you.
What we're looking at here is the site of Lakeland Dragway, which opened in 1960, closed in 1979. They had the Dragstrip and a big road racing track, just like Memphis, and also an oval track, just like Memphis, but gone, closed. The main thing you care about this for, though, is it is the scene where they shot the final conclusion of two-lane blacktop.
Yeah, where it all melts and everything, and he's banging gears off into outer space.
Yeah, very existential.
Yeah.
But there's nothing really left here. I'm glad we came. It's cool to see, you know, sort of where the ghosts of the past were, but there's no relics here anymore.
But if you want to see it, you can still, you know, go off-roading in your muscle car.
Which is probably what we're gonna do about halfway to George Ray's when I blow one of those bald rear tires and we spin into a ditch, but we're gonna try and get to George Ray's drag strip and actually make runs.
We got this. So this is like last race, film melts, the whole deal?
Whole deal, yeah. Film melting. Let us just fade away into oblivion. Here's the bridge and Mud Island.
I've yet to break down on this one. Welcome to Arkansas.
All right, we made it into Arkansas. Our next stop is gonna be George Ray's Wildcat drag strip.
Where you race at your own risk.
And I will. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch old Bandit run. We made it to one of the most unique drag strips in the country. This is George Ray's Wildcat drag strip just outside of Paragould, Arkansas. And I had to bring Mike. Way back in 2008, I was taking the muscle truck on a cross-country trip, actually to Memphis, for the very first LS shootout. And we stopped by here, and I was able to meet George Ray, the guy who founded this track in 1961. And what he told me is that he had taken one of his cars to an NHRA race, and they wouldn't let him run because he failed tech. And he's like, I can handle this. I'm gonna build my own drag strip on his bean farm. And that's exactly what he did. He started laying in gravel, making a flat spot, and ultimately built a quarter-mile drag strip here. And as the car started getting faster, it went to 1/8 mile. So honestly, this is like one of the most raw and pure drag strips you'll find anywhere. And I haven't been here in a long time, but I'm gonna show Mike for his very first time. The first time I came here, it was the one that had been here since like the late 60s or something, and it was just falling down. They rebuilt this one a few years ago.
This is so close to the surface, like,
Yeah.
if it launches a drive shaft.
Yep.
Look out.
Look, they're actually laying down traction compound. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah. I've never sat this close, no barrier, the car's launching.
So what are the top 5 most incredible reactions you've had so far at George Ray's?
I'm just blown away by how close the parking lot is to the starting line.
These are some pretty good cars. I think we need to bring the level down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we need to show them what real fun looks like.
I'm pretty sure they'll let you drive the Dart in shorts.
I'm pretty sure they'll let you drive in flip-flops.
All right, we should go race before it gets dark. Well, here we go, the reason for this entire episode. I am finally gonna make a pass at one of the most special drag strips anywhere, George Ray's. It's gonna be anticlimactic performance-wise, but I don't care. It's gonna be huge for me personally. I'm gonna run my car at George Ray's.
Well, he found the water. Nice. It just occurred to me there's no scoreboard, right? So like I won't even know what he runs, and it doesn't matter. Just the fact that we made it here, that's all I care about.
All right, I have no idea where the beams are here, so I'm creeping up. Wow, it's close to the tree. It's so weird. Okay, there's pre-stage, there's stage. Oh, it's just so loose. Wow. Okay, that was super sketchy, even in a really slow car. Oh, man.
So here's how hardcore this place is. David was skating all over that racetrack. Like I was like, ooh, lift, man, lift. Not a peep from the crowd here. It's like nobody even noticed. They're like, okay, yeah, let's get the next thing up here that's way more impressive or sketchy than what they just saw.
Well, I'm gonna go one more time. They didn't give me a time slip, but I don't particularly care. It's really just about the experience of it. And it's different, that's for sure.
Oh, Freiburger's going again. Oh, some strategery on his part.
Okay, gonna make one more run here.
He is spinning his tires all the way.
Wow, it is so loose. Ah, I spun him in third gear, and it died. I think I sloshed my gas away from the pickup or something. Third gear, it just fell on its face. It's unbelievable how little traction this thing has. I consider this a gutless car. It is on street tires. It just didn't want to go anywhere. The track is so rough and loose.
Well, there you have it. Our first ever trip to George Ray's Wildcat Dragstrip, and claiming success. I don't care that it fishtailed all the way down the track. We made it here, and that's all that really matters. We don't have the nicest car, we don't have the fastest car, but I guarantee we had more fun than anyone else.
I don't know how those guys do it.
I don't know, but yours was the sketchiest pass as I've seen.
I know, isn't it unbelievable? All over the place.
Yeah, you were living.
It was annihilating the tires all the way down, except for that last time I went into third and it fell on its face. I think it was sloshing gas away from the pickup.
I don't think any of that matters. All I think that matters is that you just get here and go have fun.
100%.
And whatever.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
This is a bucket list item, as we often say.
Just cross it right off.
Cross it off. I'd been here, I'd talked to the man, I'd never made a pass, and it's handled.
George Ray's is the most roadkill drag strip ever. And what a road trip this has been. I proved that my new big block dart is a great streetable beater. I got to wrench with my buddy Derek from Dragstrip Garage and welcome him to Motor Trend. When we hit the road, we saw that great abandoned drag strip that meant so much to Mike, and then we visited that Memphis track that is such a part of my life, and it's probably the very last time I'm gonna be there. But then we end on a high note at George Ray's, where I was able to rip a couple of passes that I've been waiting to make for 14 years since I was first there. It's just another example of roadkill setting goals with buddies and making them happen. You know what? Forget the gas prices right now. Just eat more mac and cheese. Maybe skip some of the car mods you were planning on making and then hit the road. That is the roadkill way.
I only found out today that we still have roadkill stickers.
Oh, that's not a still. Those are new.
Oh. I've been trying to peel this sticker for 5 minutes. Okay, there we go. I got it.
Quality.
I got it. Can I put this here? It's your car.
Right there. Boom. That's not even straight.
Nothing on this
That's actually
car.
pretty good.
Yeah, nothing on this car is straight. You're really hard on me.